Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past, could be the current. Could also be that you are in a situationship. It's a past life connection. For others of you, you simply have a very intense energetic connection where you feel this intensity, chemistry between the both of you. And it could be literally that you've just glanced at each other for more than one occasion. And you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. Okay. This is very similar, slightly similar to one of the readings I just had done previously. I forgot which one, but yes, I do shuffle the cards. And no, these are not repeats. Some people are so funny. They're like, I swear she did this last year. Well, maybe if you played it back word to word, it won't be the same. I wouldn't do that, especially for the reputation. Why would I do that? Why would I risk that? Right? So, no, these are not repeats. Okay. We have here embracing the shadow, followed by laughter. We have surrender, illness, wellness, mystery, selfhood, boundaries. Then we have sensuality, followed by beauty under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So some of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do channel through my higher intuitive self. I always have. I don't actually use any spirit guides. I don't need to. I never have, and there's certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and newest addition is Uriel, and they will provide some advice regarding this entire situation. It's a pretty intense situation, guys. Got here 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are a bit on the dark and dreary side because of the feelings and emotions that this person is going through. Because we have the mystery card here, which is my past life card, some of you may be mirroring each other. So, cross-watcher, it might just not be you. Libra, this could be yourself as well. Both of you might be feeling the same things. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, things are very awkward. The things that have happened between you and I find it difficult to reach out to you and to talk to you the way I used to. Now things are very awkward and the environment is very uncomfortable. A long time ago, I felt comfortable, but you saw a side of me that was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive even, to the point where you saw my dark side. I really didn't want to show you my dark side, but it is a part of who I am. I am who I am, and I don't know if I can change my ways. I'm hoping that you can embrace me for all of me, because this is me and I can't change it. I can try, but then that wouldn't be me, would it? It would be me just acting, trying to appease you, but then I'd be living a lie. Is it truly that complicated being with me? I know it's hard, and I know what I did wasn't right. I've made you do things that didn't really make you feel so comfortable. I realize now that you are truly a cherished friend, a best friend, my confidant, someone I can rely on and trust with my life. You are someone who knows me so well. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes my heart happy. There's so many things about you that I have learned, I have seen. I want to express myself to you, but I find it difficult. There's a part of me that has and wants to surrender to you. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. What I do feel is the sense of belonging, where I feel like I belong to you and you belong to me. The connection that I have with you, I have wanted to express myself to you and be with you the way that you would like me to, but there are many things that weigh me down. It is difficult for me to go above the surface of this water and be who I want to be with you. There's burdens, there's responsibilities, there's emotional trauma that I myself have gone through. Certain things that I've done that I'm not very proud of. These things haunt me. I also feel that in this connection, this is not any normal kind of connection. This is a spiritual connection. And this is a very deep connection that I have and share with you. Now I wonder and I ask the universe, why is it that you've come into my life? Why not long ago? Why are we here the way we are now? Why not far into the future? The circumstances that we're going through, why does that exist? Are we supposed to be together? Are we meant to be together? In you, I have found someone who's very familiar. There's something familiar about you. It's as if I've known you from before. I feel so comfortable with you. I can confide in you and talk to you about anything. This is what I feel. And yes, at times I have been vulnerable, but then I just shy away. Like a hermit, like a crab in a shell, like a turtle in a shell. I don't want to talk about it because it's too intense. I feel that you and I have a spiritual bond, a sacred bond, something that I just can't ignore anymore. Sometimes I feel your presence in the room even though you're not there. I have these wonderful dreams about you, but that's all they are, just dreams. And sometimes I can even smell your scent, but you're not here. The memory of you just simply haunts me. But it's real for me. It exists. And it is affecting me. What I've done to you, I understand that you have now kept your distance. You have to keep your distance. Why wouldn't you? There's a sense of you being more independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient. Knowing and understanding that in this connection there's so much that has happened. And you have had to change. I didn't mean for you to change, but things have happened like this, and I find it difficult. I feel that you are now very self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. I worry because now you're also extremely guarded. You weren't as guarded before. But now you are. It's hard for you to let anyone in. It's hard for you to trust again. And I understand that. I don't know what to do. And the solution that I have is just to put up my boundaries. I've also put up my boundaries because this connection that I have with you, it's too intense for me to handle. I find it difficult to talk. I find it difficult to express myself. I find it difficult to say sorry. What's the easiest way out? You might think I'm ignoring you, but I'm doing it simply because I feel that this is what is comfortable for me. To just simply keep up the boundaries and avoid any sort of confrontation or any uncomfortable feelings that go along with it. And you, I have found someone who is just so sensual. The sensuality just oozes from you. This tantalizing self that you have. You, your personality, your charm, your talents, your charisma, it's just all so magnificent. And it's very alluring. You are so charming. I'm seduced by you even when you're not trying. That's how good you are. I want to get to know you more. And the sensuality and the chemistry and intensity that I have here for you, it is definitely through the roof. It is a lot. Overall, I see you now as someone who not only is beautiful on the outside, but on the inside as well. Someone who has this huge amount of beauty. Your personality, your characteristics. On the inside, who you really are, your hobbies, your talents, everything. And I like that because it's like a ray of sunshine. You also have this ability to show me who I truly am. Sometimes you even inspire me and make me see who I am and what I am capable of. Right now, I want to restore the friendship that we at least had. At the very least, to have friendship with you. I want to let go of this darkness that lingers around me. This feeling of awkwardness. This environment that has become very uncomfortable. I don't want to be in that mindset. I want to be with you. All right, Libra. Very deep, indeed. You've seen certain things about this person that are just like not resonating with you, and the easiest way out for them is by putting up their boundaries. It could be that you have put up your boundaries. Like I said, that with the mystery card, the things in the spread become a little different. You tend to share the same type of feelings most often. All right, let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. So with that deck, I have a look at what it is that may have happened in the first place a while ago that caused the problem in this connection. Some of you may have experienced maybe a falling out, maybe this person ghosted you, and you've still been wondering, why did they leave? Why are they not in my life? What did I do? Right? Sometimes it's not you guys, sometimes it's the other person. It's not a you problem, it's a them problem. All right, let's have a look. So there may be several reasons, maybe a few. And, all right, I'm going to pull out 2 cards because you are getting 2 cards here. Also, this particular deck I read in the reverse, so please keep that in mind. It's going to be in the reverse. Ace of Coins is first up. Ace of Coins. This talks about at some point in time in this connection, Libra, your person of interest started to feel a lack of fertility, growth, and prosperity in this connection. In the beginning, they thought it was a great new phase full of good fortune, but then those feelings started to change. There was a lack of contentment in their personal life. There was a desire to reap the fruits of their labor, the hard work that they put in, but they felt that there was elusive success. Here we also have the 6 of Staves. Okay. This talks about how this person felt triumphant. They wanted to be honored because they were a hero or heroine. They felt that victory was elusive. That's interesting. Twice this card has popped up. This not card, but the word elusive has popped up twice. Victory is elusive. They've done the work. They felt like they deserved the honors, but nobody came. Nobody visited. Nobody appreciated them. The card here suggests perhaps because of a lack of awareness of those around this person. Maybe nobody knew that this person was working towards a certain goal and they achieved something. But because of that, their ambitions kind of broke down. And eventually there was a lack of courage and a lack of honor. So it almost seems as if this person had put in some type of effort and the effort was not recognized. Now, it could be for a small portion of you. It literally could be that this person really was in a situation where they were trying to settle down financially. And financially it just didn't work out. But then we also have here a bit more of a passion regarding the type of job or career or any type of prospects or project, whatever they were working on. They worked on it, but they just felt like they were being ignored. And that feeling of not being appreciated, it truly does bother them a lot. We also have here balance. For some of you, you might think back and think, what did this person actually do? What were they trying to achieve? Did they achieve anything? For you, it might not have been much. But from this person's point of view, they think they did a lot. Remember, it's always the person's point of view. Here we have balance, or rather here, a lack of balance. So there was a lack of harmony at some point in time. There was a lack of self-control. There was a lack of equilibrium. Here, we have that this person wanted a balance between the opposites. They wanted the union of the conscious and the unconscious aspects of the psyche, but that did not happen. At some point in time, they felt an imbalance. They felt discomfort, the inability to find peace within themselves or even with others. There was a lack of inspiration. Now remember, we had the beauty card, and I do talk about that card. There's a little mirror that the lady is holding, and it is a reflection of you. So this person now may actually have this feeling that, wow, you do inspire me, but back then they did not feel inspired. This is in the past. The ones I had the first, that's a current. So this person had a lot of negative energy around them, I'm seeing. They felt very down because of a lack of appreciation from you or whoever they were trying to impress. Because of that, things started to become very disharmonious. And it does happen. Let's just say we work on a project and, we're trying to build a place, and we want to move in, right? But then that didn't happen. Something else happened in between. And so it didn't work out. With that, because you're depending on a home, moving in together, the home is no longer there. The budget is no longer there. What are you going to do? Sometimes those dreams and aspirations are so strong that it actually affects the relationship itself. Sometimes these relationships are affected and there's an imbalance that begins. It's like oftentimes it's extremely traumatic, but when a couple, God forbid, if something happens to the child, there's oftentimes the couple actually separates and they divorce, right? Because there was one thing holding them together, but then there's an imbalance. So there are certain things like this that happen where a person may try to put in some energy, effort, some time. It doesn't turn out their way, and they suddenly feel that, oh, there's an imbalance in this connection. In all honesty, that is not the way to think. Love needs to be very much like a constant. Usually I see it. I think it's called sedimentary rocks. I haven't done that in years, geology. Sedimentary rocks in between certain amount of rocks. I'm seeing this right now anyway, so let me just tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing layers of rocks, and then I'm seeing a river that flows underneath, and below that there are also rocks. And mud and rocks. That river that flows, that is stuck between these rocks and this Earth's crust, all of that is all of the obstacles. But the one thing that remains constant is the water. And the water is what we would call the river of love. That river of love keeps flowing, no matter how much burden we get. That's the way love should be. It's a constant. It is always there. It is always going to stay. It does not leave. That's the way we should think and view relationships. Crosswatcher. So, some of you might resonate with this. It's a general love reading. Not going to resonate with everybody, but I do see here that this person tried. They did a few things, didn't work out, and then they felt that it actually affected the relationship itself to the point where they just didn't feel a good balance in the connection anymore. They didn't feel comfortable with themselves. It's very discouraging. It's almost as if they wanted to achieve something and it didn't happen and didn't come to fruition. And so they just felt almost like they're useless, but that shouldn't be the case for anybody. There's always a time and place for everything that can happen. When it's supposed to happen, it happens. Sometimes if things don't happen, there's actually a really good reason why. Construction, once again. Here we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting, very much like the Selfhood card. All right. Quite the array of cards here, Libra. So, these cards I look into, this is the Beginner's Tarot deck, and I look into the plans and the actions and the intentions your person of interest has. So here we have the Three of Pentacles. This does talk about how in this connection there is this feeling of wanting to connect or reconnect, to manifest and to work together on a project or construct something together in terms of a relationship or literally an actual tangible project. For some of you, you may have met this person at work, could be current, could be in the past, or through some type of an association. And there's love here. It's starting to grow. Your person of interest is falling in love with you, Libra. They want to, by hook or by crook, try to work with you on something, just to get that excuse that, hey, I'm with my Libra. For a small portion of you, this could also be a third-party situation where you are at work and you have met somebody at work and there's still someone at home. So this is your person at work, this is you, this is your person of interest, or you, person of interest, and you've met somebody else at work. There's something going on there. Here we have the Nine of Wands. This person is definitely overwhelmed. They find it difficult to concentrate and to be with you the way that you would like them to, because there are too many other burdens and things that are just holding them back. Too many things going on. The type of situation we have here is this individual is trying to break down some boundaries and to put up some boundaries, but they want to be very selective of the things that they do. They don't just want to rush into it. We also have here the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles here does talk about, very similar to the Selfhood card, that this person views you now as somebody who is very independent, money-wise. I hope so, you are. And if not, good luck to you. Give it your best shot. There is some type of a situation that they see you in. Some of you might be in the situation, some of you might not, but this is how they view you. They think you are thriving, you're good on your own, you don't need anybody. They are intimidated by you. Because now to them it seems, oh, well, my Libra doesn't need me. Do we always need someone for money though? Not all the time. So this person sees you as someone who is successful, someone who has moved on, someone who's thriving, somebody who doesn't need them. And that is intimidating for them. So they feel hesitation. They're not really sure how to approach you about this type of a feeling that they have. Here we also have the King of Cups. The King of Cups here does talk about how this person realizes that you actually make them very emotional. You have captivated their heart. You have a way of dealing with them. Even if you don't deal with them, it's just your aura. It's just the essence of you that affects this person. With you, they feel extremely emotional, emotionally vulnerable. That guard that they used to have up is coming down slowly. They can't keep it up forever. They want to offer you love. This is pure love, true love. It's solid love. It's a great love offer. Despite the fact that you might not need them, but they're giving it a try. It's good. We also have here the overall arching theme, Two of Swords. This is the kind of mindset they're in right now. It umbrellas these cards. They feel that in this connection, they are basically keeping to themselves. They have their heart crossed. They don't want to talk about anything. They don't want to see anything. They're in denial. They just don't want to think that this situation even exists. Denial. Ignorant bliss. That's what they're feeling and thinking. But that can't last forever. Eventually, this person will take off that blindfold and they will have to hear what is surrounding them. I've never interpreted this card this way, but because I know in certain places in the world, because I used to live in India. So many things have happened in the Himalayas with me. One day I'll tell some stories. So those birds in the background there with the Two of Swords, there's birds here. It's easy for a bird to come and peck on you, just kind of give you a little nib, bite on you. There is eventually going to be a time that the forces of nature, even around this person, that nature itself, that the universe itself will force this person to take off this blindfold and to remove these swords. They cannot stay in this position forever. The ocean behind them may rise, may start getting them all wet. Person's going to have to get up and see, hey, what's this? I need to move. I can't be here anymore. A wake-up call from the universe. So I do see that this person right now is in this mindset where they want to be just in ignorant bliss. The problem is, it's all about timing. They need to have their me time. So, Libra, let's just give them their me time. If they've ever said, I feel suffocated, I feel claustrophobic, I need my space, give them their space. Let them live on their own for a while. See what it's like without you. That's what you're going to have to do. If you want this person back, there has to be some distance here because they themselves are not in the right state of mind. So it's going to take them some time, but I do see them definitely making an effort here and also having the intention of giving you the solid offer. It's not just an offer, it's a solid offer. It's from a king. This person definitely has a lot of love for you. All right. Wow. We have here let go. So this is Archangel answer cards, and these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. So we have here let go, and we have forgiveness. Yikes, that's pretty intense, these two cards together, the combo. Followed by yes. We also have your meditation brings answers. We have here ask your angels. Oh my goodness, you have another yes. Yes, yes. Ask for help from others. Wow. Communicate clearly under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. There's a lot of messages here, guys. So, let's start. Firstly, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. They know what you're going through. And here they are saying that it's important for you. Two things. Let go of this person for a while. Release them. Release them and let them live on their own. Let them be in their own space for a while. Eventually they are going to come back into your life. I do see that. The other thing here is to let go of certain grudges, certain problems that have occurred, because when we have a grudge or we have a sense of this lack of forgiveness, we have this negative energy bubble orbiting around us. We already have so many negative energies. I deal with negative energies. I help people get rid of them. I have packages for it. Have a look on my website. Holy Light package plus the Water Wellness is a really good combo to help you get rid of negative energies. Anywho, let's just get back to this one. So here we have an individual that has anger and frustration towards someone. And that anger and frustration is a negative energy bubble that orbits around the person. No matter where you go, it's always going to last. That's why with the teachings of, and I deal with who we call the Supreme God, as well as the Christ consciousness. I've dealt with others as well, but these are the only two that have actually worked out for me. Just the way it is. On a permanent level. I have connected with others, but unfortunately in my lifetime it's been very temporary when certain things happen. These beings have helped me on a permanent level. So, in the Christ consciousness, the teachings of Christ, forgiveness and compassion is something that's huge. Forgiveness and compassion, and one day I'll talk about why that's such a big deal. But here, just to give you the gist of it, it's important to get rid of that negative energy bubble, because if you don't, it still weighs you down. The moment you forgive somebody, it is easier for you to have a lighter heart. That negative energy is no longer around you. Why? Because you forgave that person. Is it easy to forgive somebody? No, it's not. The best way to forgive somebody is through compassion. Through literally putting yourself on a higher pedestal and seeing below and seeing, you know what? They just didn't know any better. They wouldn't have done this had they not gone through this, this, and that. There's certain things I don't know about this person, but they did something for a reason. I'm not going to dwell on the reason. I just know that they were not in the right state of mind at that time. They were not feeling comfortable. They were not right. And everything went downhill. But you can only do this, Libra, by having compassion. Some of you are going to be all for it. Some of you are not. Because this person may have really, truly broken your heart to the point where they just seemed evil. I understand that. It's up to you. But this is the combo of these. Let go of certain problems and issues that have occurred in this connection. And try to forgive. You don't have to let this person know. There's people that text people and say, I forgive you. They don't want to hear that you've forgiven them. They don't care that you've forgiven them. That's strange, weird psychology. I don't know why. You just have to do this on your own, in your own heart, in your own mind. Don't give them the chance to know that I'm still thinking about you. Let them chase you. Don't you be chasing them. Don't text them. Don't message them. Don't let them know, hey, I'm just checking up on you. There's a lot of things that have happened in many of the readings that I do for people, and there's various reasons why people connect with other people, just to maybe check on them, see how they're doing, missing them, loving them, obviously. But if you want to attract the other person, it is important for you, just like the strategy here, is to let go, because that will give them a sense of this gap, and it will increase that energy that they have to get you back in their life. They'll feel this void, this emptiness, and then they'll have value for you. Once they have value, they'll feel a worth of you. And once they feel the worth, that is when you are worth something, and that is when they're afraid of losing you, because now you're worth something. They're afraid of losing you. But you can only do that, you can only get to that part if you start to let go. You start to let them see that, hey, you know what? I got my own life. I'm independent, right? You got it twice. Really good cards. So just show that off. Here, you got two cards here. There's, yes, meditation brings answers, and ask your angels. These two are so intense because they go hand in hand. It's pretty amazing that they came up the way they did. Here, we do have, yes, meditation will bring you answers. Now, some of you might not have time. Meditation, my angel guide Fakil has told me, and you can read a little bit about her on my website, on the homepage. She's told me 21 minutes is more than sufficient. So if you can't go beyond, it's not 20, guys, it's 21, okay? Time yourselves. So meditation for 21 minutes is good enough. 2-3 minutes of a prayer if you want, as long as you mean it, that is also sufficient, she said. Here, we also have ask your angels. So meditation will also bring you answers. Prayer will also bring you answers. But then we also have ask your angels. So you have answers and you have ask. You have questions and answers, right? It's interesting how these two came out side by side. With this, with the ask your angels, the way my method is, not all of you have to follow it, but this is the way it works for me. Hopefully it can work for you. I pray to the Christ consciousness. I just talk to the Christ consciousness in my heart, reach out to his dad, who is the source. From the source, these angels work for the source. So the source is like the manager. These are the employees. So you connect through the source, tell him what your problem is, tell him what you need, and then simply request the angels to help you, archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, to come down to help you. Within a split second, they are in your energy. Some of you might be able to feel them. Some of you might not. That's okay, because they're still always there. Just like negative energies, we can't see them. Positive energies are also there. So these energies come to you. And these energies are the angels from heaven that we call, which is a different dimension. These angels, when they come into your presence energetically, you simply give them the permission to help you, to ask your angels, this is what my problem is. How can you help me? I need help. You will get those answers from signs and synchronicities. You will literally get them from other people. You can be hearing something on the radio and it sounds like, wow, that message is definitely meant for me. There's so many ways you can get these pieces of information. They're also saying, in addition to this help, they'd also like you to, yes, ask for help from others. So some of you in the past may have had help from others that were not very helpful. But they're saying now, the people that you're going to connect with, they will actually be helpful. And some of you may need to talk to somebody. I'm even seeing talk therapy right now. Just to get it off your chest, just to talk about what has happened and what you want to do going forward. Somebody here is going to give you some really good advice. It's really interesting, Libra, because you have answers here, you have ask here, and you have ask here, right? So there's going to be a lot of information coming and going in your life. And some of you might just want to make note of it. Some people do. Here we also have communicate clearly. So communicate clearly is a really amazing card because it does talk about how many misunderstandings we can have, right? So there could have been misunderstandings earlier. Communicating clearly here does talk about, in this connection, there has been a lack of communication, or the communication was just not clear enough. Going forward, like I said, when you let go of this person, always remember to have maybe 4 points memorized. Point. I'm literally saying point. Maybe a sentence. That's about it. These are the things that you're going to say whenever you get the chance to talk to this person. Use the I method. I believe this. I feel this. I think this. Because it's less aggressive. With the communicate clearly, let's say if they write to you 5 words, you write back 8 words, 10 words maximum. Do not write paragraphs. It not only makes it seem as if you're desperate, which is terrible. Why the hell would we seem desperate? But that's the way it is. This game of love, that's the way it works. You need to keep it short and sweet and concise, because a lot of people do end up getting very confused with what's the point of this giant text message, this page long message. I don't know. You might mean point number A, and this person's thinking about point number Z, right? Because there's too much going on in that information. They get lost in the information. There's a lot of people that I've done readings for, and they get lost in the information. So it is important just to keep it clear and concise and to the point. That way the person can actually know what you're talking about, focus on it, and, connect with you, get the answers. And in the future, when they do talk, you're able to at least talk to them about that precise issue. Sometimes it's best not to talk about certain things that might actually be extremely, they may be touchy-feely about it. But that's when you can use the I believe, the I method, right? I believe this. I think that. I feel this. It's less aggressive. And it allows the person to think twice and to try to be a person who can help you. And have them realize that, wow, I caused all of this. This is how I made them feel. My dear Libra, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I wanted to mention to some of you that I do have another channel for those of you who are new. On the bottom in the description box, I think you can see the link there. It's called Asnointia Audio. And on that channel, I do have spiritual related videos, spiritual connections, as well as relationship related videos, all based on romance. And for those of you that have a spiritual connection, I do have some videos there, which are one's past life and spiritual connections. The other is called sensually intense spiritual connections. Those two are really, yes, they are very popular, but it's because a lot of people go through the same thing. And hopefully if you have a look at those videos, it'll give you a better understanding as to why you feel the way that you do, this extreme intense connection when it comes to this spiritual person. It's an intense connection that you have with this person, and it's hard to let go, hard to even forgive. Sometimes you feel obsessed. It's hard, but it's one of those life lessons that we have to go through, because before you came to planet Earth, it was thought of, it was read over, and it was promised that, yeah, this is my life, this is what I'm going to do. Because the soul has a goal. The soul's goal is to become bigger and better than what it was before. And so in this lifetime, and all lifetimes, the soul has to go through the good, bad, and the ugly to see everything, so it can become proficient and excellent at everything, just like an angel, just like a celestial being, just like God. This is what the soul's goal is. So many of you may be suffering, you may be upset, but in the long run, long after we're gone, after we perish, the soul is still existing. It has all of the memories that you have gone through in this lifetime, and it is the lesson that it has learned. The best thing to do, learn from the experiences. If there's mistakes, learn from the mistakes and don't repeat them. But try to make your situation better than what it was before. Don't do what you were doing before. Try something different. Because that's the only type of method and approach you can use to have a different result. All right, guys. I hope that was helpful. You all take care. Stay safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you all again. Bye now.